Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Farnham Hall. Today is an important day for us because for the first time we're going to have an exclusive event celebrating and showcasing the Taittinger family wines. So it's a date with Champagne Taittinger, and we cannot wait to introduce our classic dishes that we have done. So each dish will be paired with a Taittinger wine. This event is hosted by me, Rishikesh, as well as the director of Taittinger UK, Mr. Kevin McKee.
Good evening, my name's Kevin. I work for the Taittinger family based here in the UK. We're one of the last family-run champagne houses. It's not the normal. Normal is the big corporations, but for us it's important. Family is absolutely vital.
The whole idea behind it is that we are going to introduce the champagne and the food at the same time, and then the guests are going to get a chance to taste something amazing. So a lot of work has been done into the kitchen. The front of the house team is ready. The rooms are already nicely set up. So we can't wait to pop up that cork and then get this evening on a go. Now where is George? Okay. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best nights, I think so. We all have been buzzing since morning, and it has come down to this. It's a lot of work all of us have put through. Okay, so once this introductory video is done, I'll take the cue, and then afterwards I'll be welcoming all the guests. Good evening. I think you enjoyed the first round of champagne. I'm already getting worried when I see that fridge. It needs to be emptied by the time we finish tonight. So all the best with that.
So one of the reasons that we're here at Farnham Hall is number one, it's part of a group called Red Chateau. And they, in the main, are family-run businesses. They're individual properties. And at Taittinger, being family-run, we have this fantastic synergy. At Farnham Hall in particular, and Chef visited our maison in the summer to taste our range of champagnes and find a great selection that we're going to enjoy this evening with some of his fantastic food.
Now, as we're going to have a beautiful cracking champagne which is aged for 10 years, we decided to up the ante with the food. To begin the date with Champagne Taittinger, what we have done is we have got 5 different kinds of canapés that are paired with Taittinger Brut Reserve. The next dish is a very classic soup au truffe, which means truffle soup. But when you actually make the dish, there is a lot of different processes that we have to follow, and it takes about 24 to 48 hours for the aromas to develop. But the best part is that each bowl contains up to 25 grams of chopped truffle inside. The truffle soup and then Taittinger Cuvée Classic is going to be an incredible pairing. A small team, a really small team, but very passionate and very much working along together.
So that would be 10 years in our cellars, released in about 2019, and then kept a little bit longer.
I'm losing my voice, I can't believe it. I don't think so many have come across Taittinger Prelude Grand Cru, a lovely, lovely champagne. This is the champagne that pairs perfectly well with white fish. We're going to use turbot because it's a bit more meaty, and then create the sauce which will be acidic and buttery.
Being family run means that we don't necessarily take decisions based on accountancy. It's based on what the winemakers think, what the family think, and what Mother Nature gives us ultimately.
This champagne is very special, and it's one of the best champagnes ever made by Taittinger family. It's called Le Comte de Champagne. The beauty of it are the Chardonnay grapes only. Pairs very well with shellfish, and we are going to play a game of Russian roulette with this one, because the dish that we want to do has got spices based on South Indian cuisine. So it's a piece of lobster that is grilled over charcoal, and then what we have created is a timbale of lobster as well as salmon mousse, and then afterwards we're going to finish this with a sambar sauce. Now we press them into a juice and then reduce them down so that we can use that as a glaze onto our lobster, so when you will see the lobster, it will be nice and shiny. The main course is going to be venison. What we're going to do is we're going to use the loin as well as the haunch of venison. The haunch of venison is braised for 24 hours, and then we have picked the meat, and then we're going to roll that together and then wrap it into spinach and then roast it very, very gently.
That's how you cook?
Yes, absolutely. It needs to be. We just don't want it to be too dry, and the spice element and the seasoning needs to be absolutely spot on. So along with it are the garden beetroots. Now we have our own kitchen garden, so we're going to use those garden beetroots, as well as we had a huge amount of blackberries. So we have fermented some blackberries, and we're going to make a little bit of gel as well as a sauce with blackberries. But the most important bit is the pairing of the champagne, and we have paired La Folie de la Marqueterie, and for me is one of the best champagnes that I've tasted. When I found out that this champagne pairs perfectly well with red meat, I think the venison dish just came and popped up in my mind. To finish the journey, we have got this beautiful trifle, very classically done, but what we have used is raspberry that has grown into our kitchen garden, and then we have paired that with roasted nuts. But the champagne to go with it is La Nocturne from Taittinger. It has got this beautiful sweet notes to it, so it pairs perfectly well with puddings. So that will complete the journey with what we have as a date with Champagne Taittinger, and you know, the guests are going to enjoy 6 different champagnes, absolutely different, original, and you know, it's going to be one good night.